What's going on, guys? It's Ronan here from Drummer's Guide to Gear. I'm here with Andrew Baird from Fallujah.
How's it going, guys?
So how's it going, man? How's the tour been?
Tour's been fun. It's been 2 pretty arduous months, but we've been getting a lot of good reception on this tour. We've been in a lot of cool new places, a lot of old places we've been playing before in the past and stuff, and
Cool, man.
just being everywhere, all around the United States, man. It's been really, really cool. A lot of sold out shows, meeting new friends, you know.
Awesome.
So good fun time. My daughter is cool.
Nice.
Made some new friends in Disentuned, you know. So it's been a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. What's been your favorite part about the tour so far?
Probably the fact that we're hanging out with friends like all day long when we're at these shows. Like, we toured with Black Dog before back in 2013, and they like it was our first tour with them, and they were just really cool and upfront with us and super nice.
Cool,
And
man.
this next time around felt like it was just a reunion tour of sorts, you know,
Okay.
like just hanging out with the bros again.
Right.
You know, we've gotten older over the years and stuff, but our dedication remains the same. So it's just pretty much just hanging out with like Homie Fest like all day long, like
Nice,
every
man.
day. You know, everyone's been like a cool help and stuff. No egos. We've been just had a lot of fun, man. It's been a blast.
Cool.
Very cool.
So this is your last date on this tour, correct?
Yes, this is our last show. It's a routing show to get us home. It's going to be like a hefty 25-hour drive to get back to San Francisco, but it's going to be well worth it. We're going to just come in, slam the show tonight, pack up and head back. Yeah, get back home for some 2 weeks worth of rest and stuff and relaxation and getting stuff done. And we fly out to Europe for the Europe Festival run.
Okay.
And then that'll be like another saga on its own too. That'll be really, really cool. So.
How long is that expected to run?
That'll be about 3.5 weeks, about a month.
Okay,
kind of thing. We're doing some select dates with Fit for an Autopsy
Awesome.
and The Irish Murder.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're gonna do the Sprinter Band thing too.
Okay.
Not slow, you know. First time doing it, so we're about to see
Right.
what it's like. You know, I talked to other drummers and other band members who've been able to go out there and do the fest runs in Europe during summer. They're like, it's pretty life-changing, like cool experience. You know, like
Right,
you're ready for some fun. So.
Have you played Europe before?
Yeah, we played there multiple times.
Cool.
We played there. The first time we played there was back in summer of 2013, 2014, something like that. We've been there about 3 times already. Once with Suffocation, it's called Carnage and Havoc. Second time with Dying Fetus and Gohor.
Okay.
And then the third time was with us in the Ruins, Carfax, and then our boys in Boris the Blade from Australia.
Okay, cool.
So this will be the first time of the year that we'll be going there, and then we're going to hopefully go back there again at the end of the year too.
Nice.
To see what our year has in store for us, you know. So.
Right.
But good times ahead, man. Pretty much have our entire year locked in, ready to go.
Nice. Awesome. Future's looking bright.
Hopefully, man.
Has this been one of the longer U.S. tours that you've done?
I think this has been the longest tour
Okay.
of Fallujah's livelihood. We've done many 5 weeks and 6-week tours and stuff. I think one of the longest tours before this was like a 6.5 week we did in Europe. But this one probably takes the cake the most, you know. And thankfully, this was all just the United States only. There was no Canada
Right.
To travel into or Mexico or anything like that. So it kind of felt nice to just be able to tour hefty, but within our own country. You know,
Right.
don't have to worry about money exchange rates and that kind of thing, like crossing borders and you know stuff like that. So
Awesome.
So this has been probably the longest tour we've ever done so far. It'll be pretty hard to top this tour in regards to length. You know,
Right.
So.
So you guys just put out a new album, Dreamless.
Yeah, Dreamless came out April 29th. It was super sick. It was a lot of hard work was put into it. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. We made like a really sick product, I think. And what better way to put it out for the first week than be on tour with Black Dog Murder this tour.
Right.
And our first week reception, I think, was like really fantastic. People have said nothing but really positive things about the album, and I think it's helped lock us in regards to our touring cycle for the next year.
Awesome.
And the next, and probably the year after that too. And then hopefully by that point we'll have made some sort of work or processes to get ready for writing our next album too.
Awesome.
So right now, because the album's out, we're just trying to get the album out there. Hopefully people can buy it, purchase it, enjoy the music. We go on tour on it heftily for a long time, and we finally feel like we're kaput and ready, and we'll come back, start writing a new one, tour a little bit less, and start making the next product. So it's our first one in a Nuclear Blast 2, and they've been like really cool with us. They've been backing us up on like a whole bunch of social media outputs and a bunch of cool endeavors for the future and stuff, like playthrough videos, memorabilia, so all kinds of cool stuff.
Cool, man.
Really awesome. Nuclear Blast has been really cool to us. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Has this been your favorite album that you've recorded?
I think we want to say this is our most up-to-date, primary. I want to say like standpoint for Fallujah. Like when people hopefully think of Fallujah, they'll think of like, oh yeah, like Fallujah is like Dreamless album, right? Or like Fallujah is like that was the hallmark album,
right?
Because we've had other albums that led up to this point that we felt like were really good, blossoming albums. Harvest was our debut to like get us out there to begin with, and then to help bridge the gap to the Flesh Prevails, we felt like Nomadic was an awesome branch between the two to help us span towards our true real sound, which is this atmospheric death metal forefront that we're trying to provide for people. So they all have their own places in our band's history for like what they were meant for us, what they were supposed to do. But I think Dreamless right now takes the cake. It's like,
awesome,
like this is the strongest that we are so far, which is really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Jumping back to the tour, you guys had your band broken into.
Yeah, that was dumb. I mean, it's you can try really hard to make sure every bit of the outcome like works in your favor, but sometimes shit just happens, man.
Right.
So we were just rolling into Chicago. We were staying with a friend that we knew. The neighborhood that we were in looked really cool, But before we actually parked on the street we wanted to park on, he came out and was like, hey, let's go to this different area just because I think this might be slightly safer than this spot. This area is known to have break-ins and stuff. Let's go to this different spot instead, and you're probably gonna be okay. We rolled in at like 4 in the morning, and one of our natural habits is to have someone usually sleep in the van if we're like in a city-based environment for like sleeping stuff, like staying in a person's house or a hotel maybe, depending upon how we consider the area to be safe per se, someone will usually stay in the van. So Brian stayed in the van. We rolled in 3:30, 4 in the morning. We all went to bed pretty late. We were right in town, so we didn't leave for the show super early or anything like that. The break-in actually happened at like 8 in the morning.
Oh wow!
And Brian said this was an area that had a lot of people traffic too. Like there were kids going to school, people driving their kids to school, people driving to work, people on bikes, like left and right, walking their dogs and stuff. And I guess it was just a fluke, like a stroke of bad luck. Just this one particular moment, I guess 2 guys just saw the opportunity, tried to break. They broke a window, tried to rummage to the front passenger area of the van, but that's because Ryan was there, it was a deterrent, so he scared him off in the process. One ran the other way, the other ran the other with their bike. And then nothing was taken, nobody got hurt, just bad luck. So thankfully we got the window replaced that same day. It was super quick, really cheap, and then we just went and did the next show.
Awesome.
And then just moved on with our lives, But this could be a good reminder, to never do your best to never leave any of your stuff in the van, especially your most prized possessions or your vitals or your personal belongings, like your wallet, your cell phone, your keys, your backpacks, all your major personal equipment that you could use right on the bat. You could put up the risk of putting a lot of that stuff in the trailer, but you never know if the person's going to actually try and break in to begin with there too. They have bolt cutters or anything like that, So we've always Fallujah's always made a habit to always bring our gear, bring our most personal, immediate belongings with us everywhere. Cool. If people see me on tour or on the road, they'll notice I have a huge backpack with me all over the place. It's got my vitals, it's got my change of clothes for the show, extra pair of shoes, like all my personal belongings, my identification, my money, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, just a natural habit to always be willing to bring a lot of stuff with you. Empty backpack, never want to leave anything out in the open, and never want to leave anything personal in the van to begin with. So good lessons learned. Hopefully people can pick up on those lessons too. Because that shit sucks when someone breaks in. your livelihood's taken, you know, sucks.
Yeah, man. I can only imagine. Well, at least you guys had a pretty decent outcome to it.
Yes, thankfully, we've heard of much worse situations from other bands previous times, you know, and that it could have been anybody, you know.
Right, absolutely.
So, gotta stay humble, keep working.
Right.
Amen.
What kind of gear are you using on this kit?
So I'm using a PDP double drive kit. It's pretty standard. It's a pretty standard like maple-based drum set that you can find at your standard music stores like Guitar Center or what have you. 3 mounted toms. It came with 2 floors, but I'm just using it 1, 8, 10, 12, 16, and 18, I believe. I'm using just the small 16 for right now.
Okay.
18, I just leave at home for fun and safe, you know.
Right.
I'm using a Tama Metalworks snare that I've had since 2010. I've had previous like wood-based snares in the past, but I think I prefer the Metalworks better.
Okay.
There's a specific tone with metal-based snares that I kind of like, I think, a little more than wood, especially when I'm like tightening resonators at the bottom first and then tightening my top head for upward tone, you know.
Right.
It gives it like a specific voice that I really like. Usually for albums, when we're recording drums for Fallujah, we usually tend to keep our snare tones relatively flat and natural sounding. For the voice, I call it, when I'm playing shows on the road, I like to give it like an upward, higher pitched tone.
Okay.
So that's really rapid fire, really responsive. Attack is awesome. Not too hefty on sustain, you know, but single strokes are loud, but if I wanted to, I can blast really loud too. And so I have like a specific nice tone that complements the tom tones and stuff too. So using that, right now I'm sticking with mostly Sabian cymbals. I mean, I don't have an endorsement, so it's kind of like whatever I can get a cool deal on, get the artist pro coverage later, you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta break it, so, you know, I've been doing mostly Sabians. I've had mixes of other like Leistes and Zildjians. Miles are good too, but it's mostly for me right now. It's a matter of what sounds complementary to my kit.
Right, absolutely.
If I just so happen to run into a period of time in the future where I can have some sort of simple endorsement, then it's all the better. For right now, I don't have one. I'm actually looking on the market for one, so I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this. But hit me up sometime. Let's talk.
Keep an eye on them.
Hopefully. I am also using those Cabos drumsticks right now. That's my first legitimate, real drum endorsement that I have at the moment. They're based out of Eastern Canada. Shout out to Philip, by the way. You are the man. Thanks for all the bricks and stuff. I'm playing on those Cabos' parade sticks right now. I made some pretty hefty, I think, honest strength gains over the past few years. So I play on heavy sticks for live purposes, and it kind of does wreck your kit pretty quickly. But like I said, my single strokes, my rapid fire snare rolls, tom fills, blasting is a lot louder than these heavier sticks. It just means you got to build the strength for it too, and your endurance, I want to say, might go out the door a little bit. Like you might not have as much endurance in regards to whether you're playing with lighter sticks, but at least your attack is going to be super bright. And really piercing. So I'm using those Cabos drumsticks right now, and then I'm just doing the Alesis DM5 drum module right now. I've actually upgraded to the Roland TM2 module. It's a small, really compact, awesome Roland drum trigger module. It's like this big, and you can like mount it on stuff, and it comes with battery power. It's battery power, which is really cool, but you can still plug it to a wall if you want. I'm going to be making the transition from my Alesis DM5 to that, I think, after this tour. I just got to work on my settings and stuff, and then just a standard 4 to 6 channel mixer just to get my tones right. And then I'm using the Axis shortboards right now. I've actually been using them for a very long time, and I have the Axis E kits hooked up too. And that's what's allowing me to, I think, dominate relatively well with my double stroke technique right now.
Awesome.
I feel like the Axis E kits are slightly more accurate because you're allowing a knob to hit the box first before having the beater hit the actual bass drum head. There could be different tensions and stuff like that. And the Axis E kits, it's like a tiny hammer hitting the box, and I feel like it's way more sensitive, way more accurate, and can probably help you bring up a lot of your troubles, like trouble areas for like kick dominant stuff. So that's about it, man. Yeah, that's pretty much my entire rig. No crazy other endorsements yet. I'm still looking, but I mean, we'll see what the future has in store for me.
Absolutely.
Just keeping it moderate right now. Whatever my money can, whenever I'm not broke or feeling too cheap, then I'll get some slightly better gear. But right now, my rig is sick. Like just a good kit that I can play on. It's much more modernized. That I can beat up a little bit.
Right.
Take on the road with me. Just standardized like death metal drummer gear for like trigger modules and cables and that kind of thing. An array of cymbals that sound good and are not like breaking my bank. So keeping it real right now. Yeah.
So in your spare time when you're not on tour and you're practicing, do you like to mess around with any other genres? Because I know like on Dreamless you really branched out and started doing some different stuff.
Yeah. I think when I'm home, I like to do a lot of improv, flowy stuff to let my mind kind of wander and that kind of thing. When I'm home, I'm actually not listening to a whole lot of metal to begin with now. I think a lot of our band right now is going through like some different phases of like musical, listening, indulgences, I guess you could call it. So right now, I'm personally on like a drum and bass kick right now, like a driver's like style drum and bass kind of music. I'm into like drum step at the moment. I'm in like really indulging in jazz, Latin, like indie rock and that kind of thing. I'm on like an 80s synthwave kick right now.
Oh wow, okay.
Like stuff you hear like, God, it's a good movie. What's a good example? That movie Blade Runner.
Okay.
That music's like, music speaks to my ears right now. So when I'm home, I kind of branch out and I don't just generally stick to just blasting and fills all day long.
Okay.
I try to play some open-ended stuff, like try to play like standard claves and like also just like if I can try and like touch up on some like regular basic level like foot independence kind of stuff.
Okay.
Doing like twos with my right foot while maintaining a three and still being able to do some stuff at top, like my ride and snare, It's kind of just a matter of like however I feel that day. Some days I just want to like go to fucking town and like turn my metronome on to like 245 and like start doing like the standard bomb blasts at those speeds and see how long I can handle it, just keep my aggression high, I guess, But there's a time and a place for everything.
Right,
So
absolutely.
I think as you get older, it's not shunned down or considered a bad thing to want to branch off to other genres out there that like spike your attention, and hopefully enhance your playability with other genres out there. And then eventually you can probably bring it back to your own band too, and then you can see where you are as a musician with your skill. So. Like you said, Dreamless, we have drum-wise, there's some pretty standard level death metal stuff we're all familiar with, but I'm also touching on a bit of like some small drum and bass sounding parts here and there, some really easy open-ended drums that are just really, really flowy, really groovy, they match the guitar parts really well. They're slower in the tempo ranges, it's a good time to like branch out, I think. And I feel really, really good about the sets now too, because it's like I have so much cool stuff I can do that's just not fast stank beat, bomb blast, sick feel blasting, like not do other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, It's really cool. It's really, really, really sick. Versatility is, I think, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Is very sought after.
Awesome. Well, if you had one piece of advice for aspiring young viewers, what would it be?
Drink your water. Okay, go to bed at a reasonable time. Eat good, healthy, eat your fruit, eat your vegetables, save the ice cream for like maybe once a month when you're trying to be extra cool. Go to the gym, because that would bring up every notch of strength and determination in your drums too. I'm ranting at that point. I think if I had to actually give you a piece of advice though, don't be afraid to grind. Don't be afraid to sit down in front of your kid for whether it's 20 minutes or an hour or whatever, how much time you have in between work or school or relationships or moving or traveling or whatever. Like, don't be afraid to grind and enjoy the grind. You're not really ever gonna get a lot of this cool stuff that you've always wanted immediately. Like, this stuff takes time. So if you're patient and you're willing, you can reap the benefits and the rewards ever so much. It's really cool. I would slam drums every day after school for at least an hour, and I'd hit the weekends so hard, like growing up in high school, like just playing 3 or 4 hours at a time, because all I'd do would be play video games and do homework and like hang with my friends and just play mad drums all day long until I got tired and burned out, because I aspired to be like at that level, But don't be afraid to like take your time and let things just naturally happen the way they're supposed to.
Well, guys, that's Andrew Baird. We're going to be getting some live footage with them here in a little bit when they go on stage, so stick around. Again, I'm running with Drummer's Guide to Gear. Take it easy.